Hey guys, welcome back to Real Housewives Recaps. Today, we are continuing on our Australian, New Zealand, Fiji, Tonga tour with the Harkles. That's right, in case you missed it, we did part one in this video. And now I want to continue the conversation. So basically what it is Beebs Kelley and I love Beebs. Make sure you're subscribed to her channel. She's wonderful. Beebs Kelley and I sat down and just had a conversation. We talked about so many different outfits, all the awful behavior, all the things that happened on the tour. And so this is a continuation of that. So I'm excited to continue on and to dive back in and discuss all the awful choices made and all the awful looks along the way. So without further ado, let's keep going. Now, we do continue the conversation beyond this even, so definitely check out Beeb's channel because we have more on her channel with different looks, more conversation, so check that out as well. Thanks for being subscribed to both. And now let's get into this. So now we are about to leave Australia, but before we do, I want to tell you a little bit more about this. So, again, going back to, it was Tina Brown in Palace Papers. Apparently she said that Diana spoke of her Australia, New Zealand tour and talked about it as the moment when she realized her sense of duty, whereas Meghan seemed to have the opposite. It says that Meghan felt that the monarchy needed her more than she needed them. So not only a piss poor attitude around, well, everybody, sounds like just very much full of herself. Unbelievable. But let's take a look at this outfit. This is her leaving. This is in Queensland, leaving. It's Harvey Bay Airport. J. Crew shirt, $95. Outland skinny jeans, $171. Same jeans we saw from the outfit with the blazer. And then Aquazara DJ Mules, $600. So total look, $866. Talk to me, Beebs. What's going on? What's with the tent shirt? What's happening?
Yeah, it is a huge shirt. It's very boxy. It's not super long either, so it looks like it's just cut to be kind of that boyfriend style, really boxy, roomy shirt.
Uh-huh. Okay.
And that's just a bad choice because she
Mhm.
already has a slightly wider torso than her legs, for example. So she's gonna
Mhm.
have the tendency to look more boxy on top with,
Mhm.
I hate using the word disproportionate, but like,
No,
if
you're
she wears
right.
an
Yeah.
outfit like this with skinny
Mhm.
jeans and a huge top, she's
Mhm.
making her legs look a little too twiggy for her body and like
Yeah.
super skinny in proportion to that big boxy shirt. So it's
Right.
just not a good silhouette for her. But
Uh-huh.
the worst part of this outfit is those shoes. They are
Ooh.
some really bad shoes.
I hate them so much. I hate them with a passion. Aquazara, that seems to be her go-to favorite brand. What the heck? What's with that?
I think that she maybe was trying to kind of court some of these designers or brands,
Oh,
like how
okay.
she did with Givenchy, she did it with
Mhm.
Dior, she did it
Mhm.
with this brand of shoes where she
Mhm.
will wear them a bunch because like celebrities will do that. They'll wear a specific brand a lot, just
Mhm.
on their own accord, on their own choice. And then eventually they kind of build a relationship to where they can be the face of that brand or align with them to where that brand will dress them for their red carpet events and, they'll do ad campaigns together and stuff like that. And it's
Mhm.
a way that celebrities kind of get their name in with a brand or a designer like Valentino, for example.
Mhm.
So maybe she was doing that with these shoes
Yeah.
because they're super, I hate saying this, but they're kind of ugly shoes. So
I don't hate saying
maybe
it, they're hideous. Why are they $600? What is that?
Oh, I couldn't tell you that they just make her feet look ginormously long.
Yeah.
The
No, I
design of the
agree.
shoe itself is just
It's bad.
yeah,
They don't even look comfortable.
they don't.
I
Yeah.
have Meghan Markle feet. I do. I'll admit it. It's okay. I have giant feet with long, crazy toes. So I actually can relate on levels like that with her feet. I would never because I know there's 6 foot of foot sticking out of the back of this thing. And that's why I would never. So I don't understand. I don't understand the logic at
Yeah,
all.
they're just not flattering. They're not flattering.
No.
And I don't understand on a day like this why she doesn't just have on white tennis shoes.
Yes,
I
exactly.
I feel like I've said this before. I'm gonna say it again. She
Mhm,
didn't do anything to make an effort to endear herself to
mhm.
really anybody at all. She
Absolutely.
she doesn't wear relatable stuff hardly
Mhm,
ever. She makes weird choices like this where something
mhm,
like trainers, like
mhm.
white sneakers, because she looks relatively casual in her outfit, would
Uh-huh.
have been more relatable. It would have looked more like almost cute, dare I say, to have
Yeah, sure.
white sneakers on with
Uh-huh,
an outfit like this, like just leaving an airport.
uh-huh.
People could connect to that a little bit, see themselves in her a little bit, like, "Oh, I wear
Mhm.
something like that," and it
Sure.
just makes somebody more relatable and helps their public image and their relationship with the public. She never, it seems, made efforts to build that relationship with the public.
You're so right. Yep, you're so right. It's, oh, unforgivable, right? It's crazy.
Terrible
Oh,
shoes. I can't believe those
terrible.
shoes.
Mm. But you're so right. The whole just stuck on this shirt too. It's it's one thing if you're just hanging out doing housework and you're in like a tunic and what leggings or whatever.
Yeah.
This is again a royal tour. Even if it is leaving airport, you're going to be photographed. What is this?
Yeah.
Is this
Yeah.
her version of look how approachable I am? But it comes across so the opposite.
It does, yeah, because like I said, like, if you have a shirt like this that is a little bit more, it's a little more structured, it's a businessy shirt sort of
Uh-huh.
in a way with its collar and it's, bright white, and then she's got the black pants, which black and white together is always a little bit elevated. So, why with these shoes, it's just taking it into that other realm, where it's just stuffy almost and fancy for no reason, these shoes. It
Uh-huh.
makes no sense. It
Yeah.
doesn't, yeah, I don't know.
It doesn't make any sense. You're so
Yeah.
right. It's awful. Awful look. Oh my god. All right. So going on to Beeb's personal favorite, something that she wears almost every day, was gonna wear to record this video, decided not to at the last minute. So this was worn to the University of South Pacific and a local market visit, which we will talk about. This was in Fiji. This dress is called it's by Figure and it's called Frederica dress. This dress goes for $1,530. The shoes are, I believe I'm saying it right, Cassiner canvas wedges, and they are $100, bringing this look up to $1,630. Talk to me, Beebs. What's going on? I hate it so much. Don't make me look at it, please.
There is too much happening here, isn't there? It's just
Mhm.
overwhelming.
Oof, so bad. So you are always so positive and so kind, and you can usually find some silver lining to something. I challenge you to find something silver lining about this outfit.
Okay, challenge accepted.
Sorry to put
I
you
would
on the
say
spot.
right? I would say the silhouette is the best part of this outfit. So if
Mhm,
you ignore, there's a lot of busy stuff happening on top, okay? So
mhm,
she has a purse that matches nothing. It's a pretty
mhm.
purse and stuff, but
Uh-huh.
it just doesn't go with this outfit.
Sure.
And the black of the wedges paired up with the strappiness of them is kind of throwing things off because it's really clunky and chunky and dark.
Mhm.
So if those were lighter, let's just imagine for a second. And
Okay.
looking at this, minus the cat toy, the poof balls down the front, the
Yes.
silhouette is actually quite flattering for her
Okay.
because it comes in a little bit at the waistband there, but it's not some huge bow tie like she likes to do front and center. There's no
Mhm.
giant tie bow right here, like belt. That's
Yes.
good. The sleeves have a little bit of room to them. There's some room up here to help elongate her neck area. There's
Mhm.
nothing poofy or puffy or bulky on her shoulders. I mean, she's got this ceremonial like shawl on, so
Yes.
minus that. The actual
Yes.
dress itself is not bulky and big up here.
Mhm.
I like the length of the sleeves. I like the room in the sleeves. It helps her arms not look too lanky.
Okay.
And then the dress portion, the skirt portion of the dress, It does have these ruffles and layering at the bottom, which can be a little busy. It's not for everybody, but
Mhm.
it adds just a little bit of volume that it kind of balances out the broadness of her shoulders some. So when you look at this from afar, overall, it looks more balanced than some of her other options.
Okay.
However, I hate the cat toys,
Yes.
and the pattern was not a good choice for this day because she knew she was briefed that she would be given this ceremonial shawl because there's like a whole thing to it.
Yes. Uh-huh.
And so she knew that was going to be happening. So she should have chosen something that was maybe a solid color
Okay.
or just more simple in
Mhm.
its pattern so that it wasn't just too busy like this.
I totally agree with you. Yeah. Yeah, I'm so on the same page and exactly your point. Take the ceremonial shawl out of it. I understand that's a cultural thing, no problem. Just the dress itself. The cat toy, we should make it clear, is on the dress. It is not on the ceremonial thing.
Right.
I just want to cut that off.
Me too. What
And
is
the
that?
I don't
Why
know.
did the designer be like, yes, let's put some crafty goofballs on the front?
I don't know. And why do we need and I understand a little bit of interest at the bottom of the dress. Why do we need 15 layers? It's too much. It's
It
too
is a
much.
lot. It is a
And
lot.
and to your point, it's funny, I didn't even realize how much the shoes didn't make sense until you're totally showing me. You're right.
Yeah, if they were like a lighter color or tied into the dress somehow, it looks like the dress might have some white in the pattern. So perhaps if
Okay.
the strappy parts of the shoe were white, maybe it would help.
Mhm.
But I mean,
Yeah.
like, I don't mind the wedges at all. I
Uh-huh.
I think for this occasion, wedges like totally make sense and are fine. I'm not anti-wedge
Sure.
shoes.
Okay.
I, I get for certain occasions they're certainly not
Mhm.
appropriate, totally. But she's walking around in the grass and stuff, they can give a little more stability. So, I'm fine with it being wedge, but the black doesn't go. So like if the outfit, the dress itself was maybe black or some sort of like blues, like really dark
Okay.
colors or greens
Mhm.
maybe, that was like just darker in its pattern, the black
Mhm.
shoes would or the black wedges would be fine, but still the straps are kind of noisy right next to all those ruffles though. I don't
Absolutely. Nope, you're so right. Oh, I can't. I cannot with this. Now, this dress brings up a lot of emotion in me because I love the dress. No, I'm just kidding because I hate it so much, but also because this to me is one of the worst behaviors I've seen on, and that's saying something on this tour because she went to a market in Fiji where, again, this is all according to the books we've read. Tom Bauer outlined it pretty good. Allegedly, these women had been waiting for hours to meet with Meghan. She was scheduled to be there. I want to say it was like 20 minutes. I'm trying to remember something like that, but it was a scheduled visit. She was supposed to interact. She was supposed to visit these stalls, bring attention to this. Okay. Allegedly, she threw an absolute hissy fit, and you can see the pictures of it, of her throwing a hissy fit and getting out of there after it was between 3 to 6 minutes, I think it was 6 minutes max, I think it was less. And the reason they believe, it's speculated, is because it was hosted by UN Women. We've seen her speak for UN Women back years before, but then when she wasn't given the promotion with UN Women, the right title that she wanted with them, title's ironic, right? She did not want to promote them in return. So she allegedly what happened is at this market, she knew that it was somehow involved with UN Women, but when people showed up in their shirts that said UN Women, she did not want their branding anything to do with her because she was still pissed at them about something that happened years earlier. It's a long way to get there, but it's bullshit. So I just think about even, whether that story is true or not true, whatever reason she left, think about the women that set up these stalls that were counting on this visit, that were hoping that it would drive, I don't know, business to them or noticing or anything, or just the chance to meet with royal family, something like that. And then this is what happens.
Yeah, that's really, really sad. That's
Yeah.
terrible. I mean, it doesn't matter her past,
Yes.
annoyance with those people at that point, she's
You have
moved
to grow
on.
up.
Like, she's
Yeah.
so petty to kind of like, oh, still hold a grudge when you're in this position. Like, once you're in this position, that's where it's time to be gracious and leave
Yes.
things be, because you're already like in this totally different situation and realm.
Mhm.
And when you think about, like you said, these people who came there, like
Mhm.
their whole week was probably built around it. They
Yes.
probably invested time and money in
Sure.
prepping it and getting ready for all of this. And then to just, I'm sure the majority of them didn't get a chance to even meet with her or see her. And
Uh-huh.
even if they weren't like a huge fan, it's still, like you said, something that they committed to and
Uh-huh.
made efforts. Like, that's really sad for them.
It is.
That's horrible.
It is. It just oh, yeah, just learning every time I learn something else about this trip, I just shake my head in disgust. You're absolutely right. There just comes a point in time where you have to grow up. Even if it's a company that maybe you had issues with in the past, you just kind of have to you either have to decide beforehand, I'm not going to do this event, or you do the, you show up and you do the work. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
She actually drew more attention to them by acting like this than she would have it had she shown up and gracious, spent whatever 20 minutes and moved on.
Yeah. Yeah, for real. Yes. And
Mhm.
it brought up this whole story,
Mhm.
which doesn't make her look good, that she had yet another problematic
Yeah.
relationship
Uh-huh.
or situation with a group
Yep.
that went sour once
Mhm.
again.
Mm.
How many now? I mean,
Yeah,
geez, the
absolutely.
list is
Yeah.
just growing.
Exactly. Yeah, at what point do you realize you're the problem if everybody you interact with has a problem? That's right.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's right. Oh my goodness. But anything else about this outfit? What are your thoughts? I mean, I guess the hair makes sense. I don't know what she's wearing in it, but I would assume it's some sort of tribute or something
Yeah, flowers or something.
for the
Yeah, no, I think the
occasion.
hair was
Yeah.
fine for this time. I mean, it's one of the few times that she doesn't have those pieces out from behind her ears. She
Yeah,
has them tucked, and that's, like,
true.
one of the first times ever that she
Uh-huh.
actually
Yeah.
has it
Not
all
as
in place.
messy. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's good. I mean, she still has the pieces there,
Mhm.
sectioned out, but at least they're tucked away this time. I think the hairdo
Mhm.
looks nice, and I think it makes sense because she was getting this ceremonial shawl
Uh-huh.
situation, and having her hair up was essential. So at least that part, she listened to somebody for once.
Sure. Absolutely. Oh, goodness. All right. Yep, $1,530 for that dress. Let's run out and buy a couple of them. Act surprise
Yeah,
at
just
Christmas.
yeah, just bring some scissors to get rid of those dang cat toys.
That's right.
Why
Or
did
just
that
turn
happen?
turn loose a bunch of cats and just watch hilarity ensue. So moving right along, this was when she was leaving Fiji. It says Fiji departing. She is wearing a dress by Jason Wu. That's how I like to say it. Jason Wu. This dress costs, you ready for this? $2,729. She has a Dior satin clutch, $1,728. Manolo Blahnik shoes, $680 for a grand total, $5,137. Beebs, I don't understand this dress. I don't get it. What's up with the top of this dress? Help me out here. Talk to me. What's going on?
This reminds me of an umbrella. It just
Oh, yes.
reminds me of an umbrella, the way the sleeves and the armpit area is with the
Mhm.
lines up, the seams, the design element there. It
Uh-huh.
just reminds me of an umbrella. I don't know why. It's
Oh.
the worst. Something
Mhm.
about the sleeves and the bust is not tailored correctly at all. You should not have a huge pucker and fold
Yeah.
over the armpits.
Mhm.
It's so bizarre. It looks like, if I zoom in here, it looks like she's got a strapless bra on again, because you can see the indent of it,
Yeah.
and it's
Uh-huh.
um almost kind of making this umbrella type
Yeah,
fold worse
absolutely. Yeah.
somehow. It looks like it needs to be pulled down, but then it's very tight at her waistline. You can see, I don't know if you can zoom in, but when I
Yeah.
zoom in, you can see around her waistline, it's a little too tight at her
Uh-huh.
waistline. So again, that's causing everything to ride up.
Sure.
And then furthermore, she has no good shapewear on, because you can actually see a bit of a panty line and you can see
Oh.
her belly
Mhm.
button.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. Look at you. You're
It's
right.
terrible. In some of the pictures, it's just full-blown belly button, and she's, like, pushing her tummy out and holding the
Uh-huh.
non-existent baby bump,
Uh-huh.
and by non-existent, I just mean it's
Yeah,
too early
small.
for any
Yeah,
woman to have
sure.
a bump. You just look like you ate a lot of food.
Sure. Had a couple beers. There you go. Yeah.
You don't look like you have a baby bump when you're that early, and so, like,
Yeah.
her pushing it out with the belly button shining through, it's just the tackiest way to wear a $3,000 dress.
Yeah. Oh my god, now I'm obsessed. You nailed it. It looks like an umbrella. That's all I'm going to see from now on. $3,000 umbrella. Yeah, you're so right. I mean, the strapless bra, not only is it awful, it is awful. The fabric points to it. It's
Yeah,
very much, "Look at my bra." Like,
yeah,
and then the lines of the dress up top still point toward it. None
yeah.
of it's right.
No. I feel
I
like
don't
if
get
she
it.
woulda pulled it down, I feel like maybe that's part of the problem is it's riding up because it's too tight at the waist, so then it's
Uh-huh.
creating extra puckering up here, I don't know. But
Yeah.
also, if you just wear a normal bra when you don't need a strapless bra, things are gonna lay nicer.
Uh-huh.
Strapless bras are difficult as no matter what, but when you don't
Yeah.
need one and you wear one because I can only imagine that's where you're getting these deep lines from the bra.
Uh-huh.
You don't typically have that from, like, a normal t-shirt bra. You don't get these,
Yeah.
like, really deep, clear borders, that's the whole point.
You're right. Absolutely. Yeah, and I'm just thinking logistics. I don't really wear a lot of strapless bras, but in the occasions I have, you're constantly hooking your thumb in that thing and pulling it up. So I just don't understand the want to wear one when you're fully covered like this with your arms
Yeah,
and
yeah.
neck and stuff. So yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what it is. Maybe she forgot to pack some or something, but you'd think you could send somebody to go buy some for you if you
Yeah.
are
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it just doesn't make sense. But so if you do you think if the dress fit better, would it be as awful? Is it a lost cause? What are your thoughts?
You know, I love the color of it,
Okay.
and I think the color of it is really nice for her, actually. It's like
Mhm.
this sort of jewel green, emerald green almost. It's just a very pretty color. I think she looks great in those types of colors
Okay.
that are, like, nice and rich,
Uh-huh.
not, like, super electric, but just kind of a rich, almost earthy toned colors, like jewel tones and stuff are really nice for her. So I like the color of it. I like the length of it because
Mhm.
when she has something hemmed like near her knee, it tends to help minimize the twigginess of her legs. Like she has skinny limbs. That's just something she's dealing with, and that's
Sure.
fine. But when you
Uh-huh.
hem at that location, it helps to show off the wider part of her legs, like right where
Okay.
her calves are widest. So the
Gotcha.
length of it is actually quite nice.
Okay.
The navy shoes, I don't even mind because they're also a similar, like, tone to
Mhm.
the dress in that
Sure.
sort of, like, rich jewel dark color, so I think that's fine, but I wish the clutch matched. As
Okay,
far as
so yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. Go ahead. Uh-huh.
Yeah, well, as far as the overall silhouette, it's got this extra room in the sleeves and the volume there. I don't particularly like that for her because that's just kind of accentuating the
Yes.
inverted triangle shape. So, I mean, if she
Uh-huh.
really wants to lean into that, fine. But generally speaking, you would want to kind of balance that some. So I think that the top half of the dress maybe isn't quite the best amount of volume for her in
I think
general.
you're right. Yep, absolutely. But yeah, we were zooming in and really trying to look, and I've looked at like different magazines who break down what each piece is, but none of them listed colors. So the best, and Beebs was helping me on this. Beebs, you're convinced that the shoes are navy and the clutch is black.
I
That's
think
what it
so, yeah.
appears to be. Why on earth if that's the case, why on earth would anybody do that?
It's bad. I mean, like I said, the navy shoes actually work okay with the dress
Sure.
because they just go. They go
Uh-huh.
well. It doesn't always have to match, but it does need
Okay.
to go.
Yep.
But the clutch does not because it's more shiny and
Uh-huh.
the shoes are more suede.
Okay.
And so if the clutch were also navy or like
Uh-huh.
a suede texture rather than that shine, that sort of satin shine, I think it would
Uh-huh.
go better. But yeah, the clutch doesn't match at all.
No, you're
Yeah,
right. Now
that
all
was
I
a
can
bad
see is
choice.
that. You're right. Absolutely. She should have hired you, Beebs. She messed up. Although I wouldn't wish that on you. I don't want you to get tea thrown on you or whatever. Yeah. No, you're so right. Oh, I was so distracted by the bad dress. I didn't even catch that the shoes and purse are potentially different colors. So,
Yeah, yeah.
goodness.
No, I mean, because it would have actually been kind of like a nice moment for the shoes,
Mhm.
because
Mhm.
that's a little bit different. That's a little bit outside the box, but the clutch just throws it off. It makes it look unintentional rather than on purpose,
You're
the
right.
whole, accessorizing. And I do wish, I don't know. I feel like her hair down might not be the best option, but it is back off her shoulders, so I think
Uh-huh.
it's kind of okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's just a lot of volume in those shoulders there. It's not really very flattering.
You're right. And I almost wonder, and I don't hate the earrings. I just wonder, maybe that's part of it. The earring hitting there, the
Yeah,
hair down, the big shoulders. There's a lot going on in that area.
exactly. Yeah. So it's like very imbalanced to that simple slim skirt.
Yes, that's exactly man, you're good, Beebs. You need
And
to
then
be
we have the belly
dressing
button.
celebrities. You got this, right? This is so cool. But yeah, no, you're
Oh,
so right.
yeah, the belly button's the worst though. And
Oh
the
my
pictures of her
gosh.
holding the nothing and the belly button just
Yeah. I'll try to zoom in for you guys. I'll try to show it to you here. The belly button. Oh my gosh, you are so right. I'm stuck. The whole thing. Oh, yeah, no, not a fan. All right. Let's take a look at this dress in Tonga. All right, moving right along to Tonga, where Meghan met. It doesn't say Harry. It may have just been Meghan met with the prime. No, I'm guessing. I'm guessing Dim is there. Meeting with the prime minister. So we have Meghan in this fancy outfit. She's wearing Martin Grant, and this dress cost $1,300. She's wearing Manolo Blahniks that are $605. So that brings us to $2,000. Talk to me about this zebra jail dress. I don't know what's going on. What am I looking at?
oh, it's terrible.
So
This
bad.
this this is one of the worst looks she's ever worn,
Mm,
honestly. There's nothing about it that can be saved.
no. I hate
It's
everything about
yes,
it. Uh-huh.
it's too big
Mhm.
across the bust. So you've got like a lot of extra volume. The sleeves are supposed to have some room in them, but then she has them kind of rolled up, creating extra bulk and weight in the
Mhm.
sleeves. It's got the high neck, stripes in every direction imaginable,
Yes, yes.
lots of volume in the skirt, plus
Mhm.
it's very eye-catching with all the stripes kind of clashing together, and then the bow, just why not add a bow?
Yes, and not enough going on with this dress. Let's add a big old bow.
Oh, it's awful. I do
Mm.
not like this dress.
No, same. It's it's hard to pick what's the most offensive. I would say the neck and shoulders and the stripes.
Yeah,
Like you say, going every which way,
yeah,
even down the neckline, the button line, whatever you call that thing.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
oh, it's just so bad. Who decided this? I mean, it's gotta be Megan, right? What's going
Yeah.
on? Was
Yeah,
she drinking this day? What was happening?
I think I mean, for her in general, anything that's gonna be a high neckline is gonna
Mhm,
make her look, even more short. She's already got a
mhm,
shorter neck. It's gonna kinda close things in. Thank God her hair's not down this day. That
mhm,
would just add so much worse. But,
mm.
the color even, it's like an olive
Ugh,
color to the stripes.
I hate it.
I don't even like the color that they chose. I feel like maybe it would work
No.
if it were just really, really pale,
Okay.
but
You're
even
wrong, but
that
okay.
is the silhouette is still too much. It's still
Uh-huh.
too
Oh.
voluminous everywhere. It really
Mhm.
does kind of make her look like she's wearing just way too big of clothes. It makes her look
Yeah.
like she bought the wrong size. It kind of I don't know, it's really throws me off, this look
Oh,
does, this dress.
same here. So, again, $1,000,000 question. Would this dress look any good on anybody, do you think? I mean, I'm not just picking on Megan here. I'm just saying, like, would this look good on anybody? Do we need to just burn it and start over? What's going on?
I mean, I feel like even if it were like a solid color, the
Uh-huh.
silhouette and the construction of it it has a lot happening because it is designed to have room in the sleeves and it's got a big flare to the skirt. So unless you're very, very tall, it's
Uh-huh.
really going to overwhelm your frame. And that's what we see happening here. It's overwhelming her everywhere, but it's
Mhm.
also widening her.
Mm.
So it's very unfortunate. I feel like I saw it on a model, and I mean, she was extremely tall. It didn't look as overwhelming on her, but it still just is kind of a very busy dress. It's kind of overwhelming
Mm.
pattern-wise for anybody. And then but she makes it
Yeah.
worse by holding her hands up here.
Yes. Yeah. Look at my jewelry. Yes.
It's, "Put your hands down, please."
Yes. Okay, so I do take offense to something you said. I'm 6 feet tall. I am very tall. I would never I'm not built like a model, but I'm saying I would never. I just couldn't imagine. I don't think being tall would help. I
I
to
mean,
me, it would just draw more attention to the crazy. I don't
yeah, no, I mean, yeah, because it would be almost, like, imposing, you know,
Yes, I'd
and
look like
busy.
a billboard. Like a
Yeah,
striped billboard, turn here or there, yeah.
yeah, anywhere.
Yeah.
The pattern is bad. The designer was taking a risk, and it was not panning out very well in
No,
real life.
no, make it stop, I'm gonna cry. Um, yeah, I hate to even ask, I mean, right shoes for the outfit or just get rid of all of it, start over?
The shoes seem to match the stripes,
Mhm,
so
okay,
they seem okay,
win-win.
but the handbag sure doesn't. That's like a peachy nude with
Oh,
black,
oh,
so it's
no.
still not salvageable there. I mean, I feel like
Mm,
I made a short one time examining if it would look any better if the skirt was less flared,
okay.
just because it's so much happening, and it
Mhm,
helped a little bit, but it still doesn't save the fact that there's so much extra room in those sleeves, and if you get a side view picture of her, you can
mhm.
see that the sleeves, the pattern actually goes like this. The
Okay.
stripes are sewn in a way where they create, like,
Oh.
a triangular
Uh,
chevron almost
yeah, uh-huh.
seam down the side, I believe, if I'm remembering
It
correctly,
looks
so
like it on this picture, I see what you're talking about, uh-huh.
yeah, so it's still just really
Oh,
busy.
yeah. Yeah, no, I say burn it and start over, not a fan. Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was literally trying to think too, if you just maybe took out some of the volume and maybe changed the sleeves, but I just don't think that's helping, and you may have touched on this, again, are we in a strapless bra? Is that what's happening here?
It looks like it. It looks like she's
Mm,
wearing that same, I think, padded strapless bra
mhm.
that creates weird dynamic happening
Uh-huh.
around the armpits always.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right. Ugh, answered my own question. Yeah, it just bums me out. No, you're right.
Yeah,
Because
who
then it creates lines on lines. I don't
yeah,
what we're gonna
puckering
do.
because yeah, you can see there's
Mhm.
extra seams and gathering and kinda bunching happening
Uh-huh.
in all kinds of different places. It
Yeah.
also looks to be a little bit wrinkly too.
Yeah.
Which is
Wrinkled, you're right. Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely. She never misses an opportunity to be that.
It's
But,
really unfortunate. I
uh-huh.
mean, who chooses a strapless bra when you don't need one?
Oh,
That's the real frustrating part of this
I
because
don't
you
know.
don't need a strapless bra here. You didn't need a strapless bra on the last outfit, but it sure as heck looks like that's what she's choosing because
I don't
those
know.
are the only culprits of that sort of digging in
Uh-huh.
because they have to. They have to have really strong seams across the top and the bottom that have like oftentimes some rubber or something to get
Mhm.
grippies, and
Sure.
then they also, because you gotta wear them a little bit tight so that they don't
Mhm.
fall down, then you get that extra line where you can
Right.
really tell who does that
Mm.
when you don't have to.
I
It's
don't know. It seems so it would be so annoying to me,
me too,
and
yeah.
it would distract me. I would be constantly thinking the slippage and
Yes,
where's that thing at?
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it wouldn't work for so many of us. It wouldn't
Uh-huh.
work at all. It just
Uh-uh.
strapless
No.
bras aren't a thing for me.
No, no, me neither. Back in my 20s, like, maybe with a tank top or, something like that, even
Can
then,
get away with it. Yeah.
yeah, a spaghetti strap, but yeah, no, not this, uh-uh. Well, guys, I'm going to end this one here. We still have a few more outfits to get through and a few more awful decisions made by the pair. So I want you to stick with this. I'm having so much fun. Love Beebs Kelley. Definitely check out and make sure you're subscribed to her channel. Again, I don't know when this is going up versus when hers is going up, but we talk more over there as well. So you'll see more outfits, more discussions over there. Check that out. And again, look for the third and final installment of this Australia, Fiji, New Zealand, Tonga trip. Because again, more horrible outfits to discuss. Thank you guys so much for everything. Thank you for all the positive feedback, especially about, Beebs and I together. We really hit it off and I really enjoy talking to her. She's got so many great points and she's just such a sweet girl. She's even kinder in real life, if you can imagine that. She really is. She's amazing. So, this outfit's on the next episode. So check back for that. Thank you guys for everything. Of course, as always, if you want to further support the show, check out the merch we got. Recollections may vary. We got Drunk Goose Club, Honk Honk, or consider checking out Patreon. Patreon.com/Real Housewives Recaps. That's where I have like bonus episodes, deep dives. Beebs was kind enough to record some extra stuff for over there. So that'll be up soon. Lots of fun stuff. So check that out. Again, that's patreon.com/Real Housewives Recaps. And I can't wait to bring you more stuff like this. I'm really enjoying going through this trip. I forgot how many bad choices were made in both outfits and in attitudes. It's astonishing to see, right? They had everything and they completely blew it. Anyway, guys, thanks again for everything. I can't wait to bring you more stuff like this. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.